Hey everybody, Luke Gordon here. When it comes to weight loss, there is a lot of good advice about weight loss, and there's a lot of horrible, crappy advice about weight loss. And today I want to share with you a little story, and it's going to highlight what I consider the worst advice out there when it comes to weight loss. So a little background on this story. About a year ago, I reconnected with a friend, and she had lost a lot of weight and was exercising, doing really good things for herself, and it was great. And we were talking about weight loss, and I run a weight loss program at the clinic, and it focuses on whole foods, proteins, vegetables, fruits, things like that. And I was talking to her, and she said something that I'll never forget, because people say this all the time too. It's a very popular thing to say. But what she said is basically weight loss only comes down to calories in and calories out. And she said basically that you could eat 1,500 calories of cake every day. So we're talking cake, right? We're talking refined flour, refined sugar, maybe some eggs if you're lucky. And as long as you burned more than you ate, then you would lose weight. And I was like, wow, that's, I guess that's technically true, maybe, but it's the worst advice I've ever heard. And I'm going to detail why that's the worst advice I've ever heard here in the video. And there are three main points that you need to really understand to make this work for you if you're trying to lose weight and you're struggling to lose weight. Because the calories in, calories out thing, it does make sense. It does work. And that's essentially what you're doing. But in many ways, if that's your only approach, it won't work for long. And I'm going to explain exactly why. So again, stick with me here. Because it'll make sense. So the first reason this doesn't work is that basically when we look at overall health and your ability for your body to lose weight, one of the things that we talk about, so the big overarching thing is metabolism. How does eating cake affect your metabolism, your ability to burn calories? And we'll get to that as we go throughout the video. But the first thing really that this advice doesn't help you with is it doesn't help you understand inflammation and how inflammation ultimately will affect your body's metabolism and your ability to lose weight. So if we look at the cake example, which I get it is extreme, but let's say you're not as extreme and you're just eating too much toast and refined carbs and sugars and stuff like that, which is super common. Those things have an inflammatory effect on your body. When you eat 1,500 calories of cake or you eat your slice of cake for breakfast in the morning, hopefully not, but you're gonna spike your insulin, right? It's gonna cause stress in your body. It's gonna inflame your gut. And when your gut gets inflamed, it's gonna inflame the rest of your body. So the first reason that is such bad advice, that all of these calories are created equally, and that's actually the bad advice, that all the calories are created equally. You don't have to worry yourself on which calories you're eating because it's going to cause inflammation. And inflammation throughout your body ultimately will make it harder for you to lose weight. It'll also make it harder for you to move if exercise is part of your approach to losing weight, because inflammation causes pain. So that's the first thing. That's such horrible advice about why, the calories, the type of calories doesn't matter. It's just the balance of calories in versus calories out, inflammation. The second thing that I want to highlight is that this doesn't take into effect what types of foods, what kind of impacts they have on your hormone levels. Now, when it comes to hormones and weight loss, there's a lot of ones that we key into, but there's a handful that we key into really. So there's insulin, right? So eating cake and refined carbs and really processed sugars spikes your insulin. And we know most people will agree that high levels of insulin leads to fat storage. Okay, so that's not gonna help you lose weight. So that's going to affect that. The other thing is cortisol. Cortisol is a big one. Cortisol is the stress hormone. And when you have extra cortisol, your body tends to be more resistant to letting go of fat because it thinks you might need it. And so when you stress your body out with eating crappy calories, again, like the cake, like the refined carbs, the toast, the bread, the pasta, the sugars, all these things, the fake foods, the seed oils, there's all sorts of things. But when you do that, you cause stress in your body. You cause inflammation, you cause stress. So as your hormones over time get out of whack, and there's more hormones than just insulin and cortisol, don't get me wrong, there's leptin and ghrelin, there's all sorts of them, but they all get screwed up if you eat crappy food. So again, this kind of debunks this idea that the calories don't matter, that the quality of calories don't matter. They absolutely do. So that's the second reason why it's hormones. The third reason why, and this is a big one for people, is that your appetite gets just totally messed up if you're eating the wrong foods. So if you could imagine eating only simple carbs like cake, you're gonna be really hungry. you're going to be super hungry versus eating things like protein and high quality fats and vegetables and fruit that have fiber in them. Like, there's benefits to all of these nutrients. We haven't even talked about nutrients and nutrition. We're just talking about weight loss. But there's benefits to all of these foods, but they also keep you feeling satiated. You feel better. You feel more full when you eat these foods. And if you just eat a diet that's high in refined carbohydrates like cake, and your insulin spikes, and then an hour or two later, you are hungry again. So this type of an approach where all calories are the same really is gonna screw up your hunger. One of the nice things that I like about a program like I Lead, which again just focuses on whole foods, is that very rarely is somebody hungry because we have taken out all of the junk food. It's all gone. So that's a really good way to look at it. So again, hopefully with those three things help you understand that yes, if you eat 1,500 calories and you burn 1,600 calories, that yes, you will lose weight regardless of what you ate, but you will be absolutely miserable and your body will not lose weight nearly as efficiently as it should. The fourth thing, I know I just said three, but the fourth thing really that you need to focus on is that your metabolism is huge with this. Your body will not let go of fat nearly as easily if you're eating a diet like I described, if you're eating an inflammatory diet. And then the last thing I will throw in there too is when you're eating a crappy diet, you also probably won't sleep very well. And when you don't sleep very well, your metabolism pays for that. You don't have the energy to go out and cook and to make good choices and to exercise. So there's all of these just like cascading things that make the whole calorie counting advice just horrible. So if you struggle with weight loss, I hope this helps you. Focus on the quality of your food. And yes, you do probably have to eat less in order to lose weight. But if you eat better calories, higher quality foods, more than likely you won't have that trouble eating less because you'll be more satisfied. So I hope this video helps. If it did, please leave me a comment. If you think my advice is crappy in itself, leave me a comment then too. Whatever you think would help someone watching this video, please leave a comment before you go. Appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your health and with weight loss and whatever goals that you have for yourself. Eat good food and exercise, and typically good things will come your way. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.